you see what that says. Tough times last. And this football club is determined to make it last for as long as possible. Brother, I am tired of 2025. I want to see the back of this year. I know some people will look back fondly and say, oh, this was the year the 17 drought ended. This was the year we won the Europa League. Nope. That would be a blip in what has been one of the most horrific years as a football club. 20 home games this season. We've lost 11 of them. We have played 9 home games this year and only won 2 of them. We are 1 win in our last 8 games. I'm tired of this calendar year, honestly. And what a weird game that was. As it always is with Liverpool. No Liverpool game versus Spurs is ever a formality. Is ever a box-to-box, end-to-end type of game. There's always some drama. There's always some shenanigans. There's always some kind of referee fuckery. But today was just another episode of Spurs Make Life Hard for Themselves, part 757. Because, bro, when I saw that lineup today, I said, you know what? I'm weirdly a little bit optimistic today. The players that I want out there are actually playing. Although Bergval's in this weird left wing position, you got Xavi, you got Kudus, you got Kolo Muani in the 9, you got Archie Gray, Bergval both in the team. I said, you know what? If Udogie was at left back, this would have been maybe perfect. This would have been maybe the best possible lineup we could put out. And we actually started the game decently as well. I thought we actually got a couple of half chances with Kolo Muani. I thought he was pressing really well early doors. And then it just kind of turned into a bit of a nothing burger game where every touch was loose. Every kind of move we tried, nobody could seem to be able to find each other. And the slightest bit of pressure from a Liverpool player, balls were just going out for a throw-in. The amount of throw-ins we gave away in like the first half an hour. So I was just like, why is everybody playing so nervously? And this was both sides, by the way. Both Liverpool and Spurs. Neither team could keep the ball. There was just like a severe lack of quality on display. And I was looking at both midfields like, both teams, this might arguably be both your most technical midfielders out there. And this is the kind of arse show you lot are putting up out there. I tweeted out, this is looking like 2 cheeks of the same arse. This ain't making sense. And then lo and behold, we got the first big moment of the game. Xavi Simons, who, I'm not even going to lie to you, before the red card, might have been having arguably his worst game in a Spurs shirt yet. The amount of loose and baggy touches that I was seeing, bro, I couldn't recognize him. I said, what the hell is going on? Somebody needs to slap him awake. And then you're thinking, if you see before the red card, 1 minute before, he gives the ball away cheaply. And it's a typical thing of, once you've given so many balls away, there's a level of frustration that kicks in. You start then becoming overzealous in your press. You start becoming overzealous in your tackles. I don't think that tackle was, or that scrape, as you want to call it, was intentional. He wasn't trying to scrape and ruin his countryman's calf or Achilles. For me, it was just one of those where he just slipped a little bit, kind of overstepped himself. If any of you lot have ever played football, you know what it's like when you've given the ball away a couple of times. You're just hungry to chase the next thing. And he just got caught up in the moment. That's where you need composure, brother. That's where you need to keep a sane head. That's where you need to, this is where I'm saying, like, you need to be one of those figureheads that steps up in this team and says, you know what? Let me bring a level of composure to this team. And instead, you're adding to the fuel. Now we're down to 10 men. And I'm thinking, you know what? Long day ahead of us. And surprisingly, up until halftime, we actually made it a decent game. We actually held out, and I thought, we were 10 men against Newcastle. Could we? Could. And then I got reminded, there's multiple bozos here. It's not just one man that's playing against you. There's multiple men playing against you. And Christian Romero, I came here, was it a couple match weeks ago, Newcastle, talking about that is a captain's response in response to the stinkfest you put up against PSG. And then what we saw today, Oi, the Fuad Cadani stocks today have crashed the market. Xavi Simons and Romero, the self-saboteurs. I could not believe what I was seeing. And the thing is I wax lyrical about Romero's passing ability and saying, hey, that's a weapon for us. Hey, when it comes to centre-backs, that might be the best ball-playing defender out there. And then you go and do that stupidness. 5, 6, 7 yard pass straight to them. 1, 2, 3. Verts assist is that goal. I couldn't believe what I was seeing, brother. Should Vicario do better there as well? Of course he should. But listen, how dare I ask Vicario to do better? But you, Romero, as the captain, as the A side of that defense, I expect you to do better, brother. That is abysmal. That's schoolboy errors there. And that's not even the worst part. Then comes the second goal where I'm thinking, all right, you know what? Jed Spencer's done what he can 1v1v Frimpong. Frimpong just got that little burst of speed. Doesn't get the first cross off. He cuts it off. He cuts back. He chips one in. Brother, you are meant to be the physical beast at the back there. I don't ever want to be... I can hear Johnny Stones, I don't know, Van Hecke, whoever these other lightweight centre-backs are, if they want to... he's pushed... You, Romero. I can't have that. I can't have that. I'm sorry, no. Letting Ekitike shove you like that. Come on, you got to stand your ground better. I'm sorry. That's both goals you've played a hand in where I feel like you could have stopped the first one without just doing a schoolboy error. And the second one, I'm sorry, you got to be stronger. Hold your ground better. That's just abysmal. Now you're 2-0 down. This, forget about it. Forget about it. And of course, we do the typical thing. Of course, Richarlison comes on. Of course, he gets a consolation. Of course, he tries to pick up the ball, humps Ekitike instead, and is like, yo, let's go, lads. I ain't falling for that shit. I ain't falling for that gimmick, brother. I've seen this too many times. Too many times. And it's so weird because, I can't even judge this game tactically. I can't even look at individuals because we were 10 men for like 60 minutes, 70 minutes of the game. And then we go down to 9 men because Christian Romero can't keep a cool head. How are you winning a free kick in a dangerous position against Konate, where Konate could potentially be getting a booking? You end up getting sent off because you can't hold your temper for 2 minutes. Make that make sense. You're down to 10 men. You are the captain. You have won a free kick in a dangerous position. And you are now kicking out at guys. For what? Now you're suspended next game. Maybe 2 games, whatever. For what? Foolishness. Foolishness from everybody today, bro. Absolute shambles. And these are some of my favourite guys, but there's no hiding place. I'm sorry. That is shocking. That is not real men. That is not top tier defending. That's not good ball playing. None of the things I preach about you did you show me today, brother. You showed me the complete opposite. Playing against us today, you were, Romero, honestly. And some people will say, he got pushed in the back for the second goal. Vicario should have done more in the first. No, brother. You put the expectations on the better guys. And Romero, I'm sorry, you let us down today. Xavi Simons, you let us down today, lad. As much as I want to say, that one was maybe a little bit unfair, you're too riled up going for that. I could see it's accidental, whatever, but, brother, your boot should never be that high anyway. It's just poor. And then it just feels like a slow crawl to another home loss. I'm just tired of 2025, bro. I'm actually tired of it, man. Like the second half of last season in the league, it just felt like we gave up. We were focused on the Europa League, whatever. It was what it was. But you're coming to this season and you're thinking, new manager. You know what? Couple of new starters for the first team. All right, cool. Got a couple of youngsters there we could develop. All right, cool. Some misfiring strikers, but you know what? I got a gaffer coming in who's a bit of a striker whisperer. He can maybe get them firing. I sold myself dreams. And I apologize if I sold you lot dreams on this channel. Because I can't see it. I can't see it, honestly. As long as this gaffer stays here, I can't see us qualifying for Champions League. We are 13th right now, bro. And rightfully so. Rightfully so, brother. Like, we are a mid-table Premier League team, bro. You cannot sugarcoat it. You can go. Previous years, we might have been able to paper over some of these cracks with a Son Heung-min popping up with the goals, Harry Kane popping up with the goals. We don't have that level of talent in our squad anymore now. And when you have the premier talents in your side, like the Xavi Simons, like the Christian Romeros, doing what they were doing today, bro, who am I meant to turn to? Who am I meant to look at in the dressing room as like the, all right, step up for me? I got Mickey van der Ven doing overlap conversations with Gary Neville. Brother, what are we doing here? What are we doing here? Like, we need to get this shit together. Because this, today was not good enough, clearly. But this whole season has not been good enough. This whole calendar year has not been good enough. And this sounds so weird to say in the year where we broke our 17-year trophy drought. This should be the time where you build upon this. You build upon that trophy cabinet now. You start thinking, you know what? This is the foundation that we built. We're gonna use this as a platform for this next step. And we're doing one step forward, 14 steps back. People are looking at the squad and saying, you know what? We need an overhaul. People are looking at the manager saying, you know what? We need a new gaffer. People are looking at the board and saying, you know what? Levy's left, but ain't shit changed. Like, there is nothing in sports worse than mediocrity, in my opinion. It is the worst place to be in all of sports. Because you're competing at the top, it's nice, it's exciting, there's potential for something. You can see a development. If you're down here in the slugs, you know what you are. You might go down to the relegation, you might have a glory year in the championship. It is what it is, there ain't no real expectation. But when you're in this mid-tier of just mediocrity, you know you're never going to be up there. You know you're never really in trouble down here. But you're just in this kind of limbo space of just nothingness. You just start questioning everything, bro. You just start thinking, what the hell are we doing here? Like, genuinely, as an institution, what are we actually doing here? Because I don't know. 2026, I'm just like the rest of you lot. I'm hopeful, I'm wishful, and I dream of things turning around. Can I realistically see it? At this current point in time, I don't know. But listen, I don't even want to drone on, because I could go on for another half an hour talking about the problems at this club. But let me know your thoughts on this game. Let me know your thoughts on the red cards. Let me know your thoughts on individual performances. Let me know your thoughts on this manager. I want to hear it all in the comment section below. I will catch you guys on the next video. Appreciate everyone who's been supporting the channel, nearly at 16k as well. Keep subscribing. If you've made it this far, as I would really appreciate if you'd like the video as well. Catch you guys on the next one. Till next time, peeps. Take care.